MBA and BBA students here of all the centers. Dear students, we have Dr. Chandrasekhar Barua. Most of you must be aware of him because you were in continuous connection with him regarding admissions. Sir is an assistant professor here in IITTM Gwalior and looks after different activities like placement, admissions, and many other things. Sir will be sharing his views on the topic Introduction to Indian Tourism Industry. Over to you, sir. Shall we start, please?
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you very much, Dr. Ranu Chauhan. Again, good afternoon to all the students, those who are already online with me in front of me on the screen. I think maybe another 2-3 minutes are required because I'm looking participants are less in number. So maybe because of the IDs changed from previous session to the now. Okay, maybe meanwhile I can share you a small introduction of mine because I think maybe today my second session as a combined. In future, Monday onwards, you all aware about, we are going to start the center-wise as well as your subject module will be taught by the concerned faculty. As a number of time, I think my name reached to you. Once again, my name is Dr. Chandrasekhar Barua. I am presently working in IITTM Gwalior as assistant professor. Because of the senior, that's why I got a chance to work as a chairman MBA program and looking after placement also. So I'm chairman placement. But besides, you know, one faculty, not me only, all my colleagues, we are a team of 35 teachers. So we are looking after, other than teaching, many jobs. I'm just sharing you next 2 to 3 minutes of time. Meanwhile, I'm looking if some number are increasing. And next, after 2 to 3 minutes, I will start my session. So, as you all know, IITTM once again, because in the previous session, I also tried to emphasize on it, Indian Institute of Tourism and Travel Management. So you have to search, maybe some of my colleagues already shared you whether tourism is a part of travel or travel is a part of tourism. Now this is a question I'm leaving to you for the future to understand. Otherwise, you know, you are completing either your 3-year graduation or masters in tourism, even after you are failure to answer your basic step number 1. Pehli CD ka pehla question aapko nahi pata hota. So my today's topic is introduction of Indian tourism industry and career opportunities in tourism. Okay, I'm also advised that some questions will be come from your side. So I will only handle the first 5 questions on the chat. I hope my voice reaching to everyone. Can anyone answer me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's clear.
Thank you very much. So screen start kar. So I'm not going to talk only about MBA of Gwalior. For all the centers, please understand. And once again, not only MBA, I'm talking for BBA also. So my today's lecture is common lecture. If any one of you want any picture with your mobile during my session, you are allowed. You can take certain good snaps or you can make recording if you want, because this primary introduction I'm trying to share with you today. This is all very important you to understand Indian tourism industry as a whole. So you all know India is known with the 3 names, India, second is Hindustan, third is the Bharat. So lucky enough, the headquarter of IITTM is in Gwalior, from where I am talking to you. And this is the only institute under the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. So this institute primarily known for tourism education, tourism research, and tourism consultancy. So IITTM was established. Also, you have to remember the birth year, 1983. 1983 was a birth year, And now we are in 2020. So IITTM journey is 37 years. Proudly, I can say I am working in this institute from last 15 plus year, and very happy and satisfied. My background is also science biology plus masters in tourism administration. Further, after my post graduation, UGC NET, UGC stand for University Grant Commission, responsible for higher education, whether you talk graduation, post-graduation, MPhil, UGC NET, or up to doctorate, even DLET also. All these degrees are under the control by only one body in India, which is under the Ministry of HRD. HRD stands for Human Resource Development. I think I have to mark someone, those who are not sitting properly. My request, everyone, you are attending class, you are now a student of IITTM, does not mean you are sitting at your home or room in whatever the way, not acceptable. Otherwise, please, you can quit the class. So, IITTM was established in 1983 with the purpose of three, which you have to remember. Once again, tourism education, tourism research, and tourism consultancy. Happily, IITTM established very good name, not only in country India, they established in the whole Asia. And we have very good contacts, IITTM, with the many European countries also. So here is my name, Dr. Chandrasekhar Barua. I already introduced to you. This is the Autonomous Institute under the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. And my topic today is Introduction of Indian Tourism Industry. So I'm going to share you a few screens. You all know, you may be so many videos, many pictures. Maybe you are reading everyday newspaper, watching television news. So all these pictures, I believe they are not new for you. I want to introduce the Ministry of Tourism. So please see, look at, everyone knows our present Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Singh Ji Modi. And after straight, I am coming to the Minister. At present, we have Minister Sri Prahlad Singh Ji Patel. He is a Minister of State, independent charge. He is looking after Ministry of Tourism and Ministry of Culture. So please, everyone understand, Ministry of Culture means all monument. So all the monument, that means either you talk UNESCO World Heritage Sites or Central ASI Monument, ASI, Archaeological Survey of India. So both the ministries are very, very important. Either you can say these are the two brothers, Ministry of Tourism and Ministry of Culture, or you can say brother and sister, whatever the name you can give. And he's looking after very well. And he is one of the very important person for us also, being our chairman of IITTM BOG. BOG stands for Board of Governors. Few important personalities, please see the faces and identify their names. You see, Mr. Yogendra Tripathi ji, he is the minister in the Ministry of Tourism. He is working as Secretary Tourism, Government of India. He is a very senior IAS officer and he is the Vice Chairman of IITTM. After Sri Prahlad Singh Ji Patel as a Minister of Tourism, Government of India. Next, you see a number of important personalities are working in Ministry of Tourism. Madam Meenakshi Sharma ji, she is IANAS, she is a DG, Director General Tourism. Next name is there because we could not find his photo. Mr. Sanjay Pandey ji, he is working as a Joint Secretary as well as FA, Financial Advisor. Next name, Madam, very active because number of time I attended the session of Madam Rupinder Brar ma'am. She is Additional Director General. Next personality name, Mr. Rakesh Kumar Verma. He is also IAS officer working as a Joint Secretary in Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. Just few months before, Madam Anita Baghel ma'am, she is also IAS officer as an Additional Director General. MR stand for Marketing and Research. So this is one of the very important department again in the Ministry of Tourism. And Sri Lokhum Lalre Ruta, he is a Chief Financial Controller, CFC. Next personality, Mr. Gyan Bhushan ji, Indian Economic Services as an Economic Advisor. Mr. Vibhuti Bhushan Das ji, he is a Director. So there are some important personalities in Ministry of Tourism. because Ministry of Tourism is responsible for preparation of certain rules and regulation, as well as for the classification of various hotels, various restaurants, various travel agencies, tour operators, maybe tourist transport operator, adventure tour operator, domestic tour operator, and outbound tour operator. Total are 6 categories. For promotion of India as a whole, as a complete, as a whole, as a destination, and Ministry of Tourism is controlling the whole country India into the 5 regional offices, as you are watching. Extreme North region, then South region, Western, Eastern, and the 5th one is Northeastern region. Please understand, for the West, we also talk Western with Central India. So these 5 offices are controlled from the 5 big cities. Northern region, very well you can understand New Delhi, where we have regional director, Northern region. Then after number 2, Western and Central India from Mumbai. Eastern from Kolkata, Southern from Chennai, Eastern, Northeastern I mean, that is from Guwahati, all 8 states. So these are the 5 regional offices, and under him are 15 India tourism offices, means total are 20 in India, within India. And then after 8 are working abroad. So here are some of the name of the offices and their locations. In Rajasthan is Jaipur, Delhi, 88 Jalpur. This is the India Tourism Office, Regional Director. In Uttar Pradesh, Varanasi, and another city is Agra. Then after you see Tamil Nadu in Chennai, Telangana, Hyderabad, in Karnataka, Bangalore, or maybe the new name Bangalore. In Kerala, there is a place Kochi, Maharashtra, Mumbai. The Regional Director Office is there, and Regional Office area, India Tourism Office in Aurangabad. Goa, that means in Panaji, Madhya Pradesh, earlier was in Khajuraho. If you study and go through the old books, you may read the Khajuraho, but that is transferred to Indore, business capital city of Madhya Pradesh. Now in West Bengal, the regional office Kolkata. Bihar, there is a Patna, Odisha, Bhubaneswar, where our ITTM center is there, capital city of Odisha. Andaman Nicobar, which the one of the island. And then after Assam means Guwahati. Another regional office, regional director office in northeastern region. Arunachal Pradesh, Nahar Lagoon is there. Meghalaya, Shillong, where our camp office is located. Manipur, there is Imphal. So these are total 20 offices I discussed with you. You can visit anytime Ministry of Tourism website. That is www.incredibleindia.org. This is the original one website, because ministry run many websites. It is your duty, whenever you are free, open the website, see the India. Even from your mouth, you will say, wow, this is my country. This is beautiful country where I born and brought up. You will feel proud on you. Now I am talking about the overseas offices. So overseas tourism offices, United States, that is from New York. Then after United Kingdom, and you see UAE, United Arab Emirates. Then after Japan, Tokyo, these are the 4 offices, and another 4, Singapore. Then after Moscow, then after Germany, China, Beijing. So these are the 8 offices. Just to understand the Indian tourism industry, there are 3 types of airport, because you see people, those who are as a tourist, especially international tourists, we call tourism into 2 categories. Either you say domestic tourists, that means the people, those who are citizen of India, when they are traveling within country India, within the territory of country India, means they are not crossing international border. They are known as domestic tourists. So no passport required, no currency exchange is required, because you have only Indian rupees. But when the people are international tourism, we are talking, again it is divided into 2 categories. Either Indian people are going abroad for tourism activity. So we call it outbound tourism. Out, they are going and leaving country India, that's why outbound. And another category, when foreigners, they are not citizen of India and they are coming to us, means coming and means entering into the territory of our country, means India. They are known as international inbound tourists. Now the travel is, if you see the various data, you will find a very big percentage, about 90% of international tourists are coming via international flights. So you have to understand the infrastructure. Now we have at present 23 international airports in country India. They are all active airport. That means flights are operating. Flights are landing and flying. Now you see the domestic airport total are 81 operational, but the target of Udan scheme, Ministry of Civil Aviation, is to cross by end of this year 100, because many are under construction. There are many small airport, customer airport, you can talk, they are 10 in numbers. So the transportation, you have to understand, is into three categories: the air transportation, water transportation, and surface transportation. This is the map of our country, India. You can see the location of various international airport. So you can see, you know very well, I'm not going in detail from north to south, east to west. These red dots are showing the international airport location. They are already, even in Bhopal also, Raja Bhoj University, Raja Bhoj International Airport is also there. So many are almost ready, and very shortly they will be announced. You can please see some of the names. I can say proudly, because I am working in this industry from last 28. I am completing in October next month my 29 years. So I can say proudly here, India is very well connected with the entire world. We have regular flight connectivity either from New Delhi, from Mumbai, and we are connected very well with more than 200. Yes, there are 200 plus countries. So you can read many of the airlines. I just mentioned few of them. You have to please remember, many domestic airlines, they are operating, they are connecting the major cities in India, even city like Gwalior. We have also more than 4 airlines. Now we are very well connected from Gwalior to Jammu and Kashmir, from Bangalore, and you talk many other cities like Hyderabad, from Delhi, Mumbai, Indore, etc. So there is a big need. Now you see some of the airlines, the photographs we are showing the various names like Cathay Pacific, Qantas, Emirates, Lufthansa, etc., etc. So there are many airlines, they are operating with the name of like either Boeing or Airbuses, and we once again we are very well connected. Many foreign tourists are increasing every year. That is why there is a very high demand of young professionals, whether they are boy or a girl. So please understand, tourism industry is very big, one of the very fastest growing industry. Tourism got a status of industry. So this is very important. This is small place industry. And previously I also mentioned you, this is also known as service industry. We are not selling any product. We are selling only services. And out of that, we are earning a lot. That is why tourism is a third major foreign exchange earner industry. So please understand. And we do have also campus placement with many airlines. I will talk to you at the end, few slides. So we are entered into many fields. Our MBA Tourism and Travel Management students are placed almost every field of travel, tourism and hospitality. Now the next I'm trying to show you, because out of the 3 category of transportation, one I mentioned you air, second is water, third is surface. But surface is divided into 2 categories, either via the road or the rail. Especially because my experience being as a tour guide from Ministry of Tourism from 1996 till 2003, I worked. Before I was a ground handling agent, even I handled in 1996 the World Cup match. So it is true to talk and understand, you and me, India is a growing country. So we are not developed, we are developing. Even we are not in the 3rd category, which is the lower, undeveloped. Now, I have to say very strongly, the government of India or every state, they are developing the infrastructure, whether you talk the roads or connectivity of the trains. And foreigners, those who are coming, we are able to provide the high luxury surface vehicles. As you are watching the name Volvos, large coaches, up to 40 or 44 seater coaches, and there is a hydraulic system. You press the button, door is open, they are centrally air conditioned, and they have very good system. Even I can say these Volvos are much better than even airline. The seats quite wide, very soft, comfortable, and even because majority of foreigners are senior citizen and they have very comfortable journey with these large luxury coaches. I mean, microphone is there, speakers are there, central air condition is there, and glasses, curtains, many things you understand later on also. And you can see the tempo travelers, you are watching certain good pictures of these vehicles. You talk any name, we have all the brands available in India. So these surface, we are also able to provide luxury transport. Now, the second category of surface is train services. Now, I'm talking about only a few important tourist trains. I know that many of you heard about all these names, and India proudly selling the packages which are around 7 days, whether you talk Deccan Odyssey, whether you talk Maharaja Express, Golden Chariot, Royal Rajasthan on Wheels, and the first one, which was POW, which is known Palace on Wheels. That means you enjoy the luxury, like means a palace feelings on the wheels, that is a train. And inside, as you are watching few of the picture, they have lovely restaurants and very delicious food is served, high quality of drinks are served, and very good quality of hygiene standards are maintained. And their staffs are very professionally trained. Even IITTM is also doing many projects on these luxury train. Proudly, I can say many of IITTM pass out are working in the train called Maharaja Express as a supervisor and also in senior positions. So these are small introduction of surface. We come to the water transportation, that is a cruise tour. There are many companies that start operating the cruises. Even in the past also, Royal Caribbean coming regularly to IITTM to recruit our MBA students, those who are clearly pass out first division, semester 1, 2 and 3. They are with a good personality and they have a good communication skills. Please understand what I want to say, being as a chairman of placement. So there are n number of cruises companies, and I mentioned you about the Royal Caribbean, but many more are operating. Either you talk from Goa or maybe from Mumbai towards Andaman Nicobar or Lakshadweep, many more, and people are traveling as a foreigner. People are traveling even in the package called LTC. Now I am going in the next one. Now please understand why people come to India. Because of the attraction, because of there are AAA. Many of my colleagues will teach you the AAA means first is attraction, second is accessibility, third means amenities. It's a true again that India is very large, very big, either in terms of area or in terms of population. We are plus 135 crores. Even after India is providing beautiful natural attractions, that maybe you can see a number of locations, beautiful morning sunrise. People are enjoying the morning with the birds. So you understand these are natural wildlife areas are converted either into the national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, biosphere reserves, and some are as a protected forest. So please understand, India is known country of tiger. India is known for, in Assam, Kaziranga National Park for one-horned rhinos. I can share many names, particularly national parks are known for. Bharatpur, which is in Rajasthan, known as a national park, Bharatpur, which was earlier a bird sanctuary. So many migrated birds can be possible. People are using a tricycle, no vehicle is allowed, and they can carry their binoculars, cameras, video cameras, and they are not making any noise. So please understand, you have to leave only the footprints, no fact of yours. See, there are beautiful seashores, whether you talk Goa, whether you talk even Bhubaneswar and Nellore areas, and people are going lovely beaches, because Goa is now #1 destination in the country India, where the maximum number of nights are spent by the either international people or by the domestic. They are not only enjoying the beaches, they are enjoying sea also. There are a number of water activities. As you all know, we have in Goa NIWS, National Institute of Water Sports. So there are many water activities are there, even water scootering. Sometimes people surprise, is it possible on water surface? Water scootering, it is, yes. Steamers are there in the evening in Goa, number of evening cruises. They are organizing lovely tours of 2 to 3 hours with the dinner, with the dances of Goan culture, Goan food. Mountains like Himalayas, you see in central India, in Rajasthan, like Aravalli ranges, number of other ranges in the country, India, Satpura, Vindhyachal, etc. There are many rocks people wanted to see. And this is all comes under the category rivers, under natural. There are many more. When you will study the subject tourism product of India, you may able to understand once again what your country is. Man-made attraction, that means in natural there is no role of human being. We are not involved for any construction. It is nature. So people are once again in part of natural attraction, flora and fauna. Both are very, very important to understand. In man-made, the first important is India is a country known for forts and palaces. Because before 1947, Before 1947, India was ruled by the British, and more than 562 are the listed names of royal families. They are called Raja, Maharaja, Nawab, Sultan, Begums, Jagirdars, and because of after independence, they merged into the independent India. That means their forts are now empty. Even today's newspaper is saying in Madhya Pradesh Tourism Board, they announces a new policy again for heritage hotels. I will talk to you about that one also. So beautiful forts, you can say like Chittorgarh Fort, Mehrangarh Fort. That is the only fort which is still owned by the Maharaja of Jodhpur, Mehrangarh Fort, remember, in Jodhpur. And number of beautiful palaces. Many foreigners are interested to see these museums, even like Museum of Delhi, National Museum, or Salarjung Museum. There are some important ones, or private palace museum of Gwalior, Jaivilas Palace, or palace museum like Jaipur, Udaipur, Jodhpur, etc. If you talk about the temples, they are very old ancient temples like Khajuraho Temple, World Heritage Site like Hampi, like Konark Sun Temple, many more. Tombs, you know the word, tombs means mausoleum, synonym. That means Maqbara. You all know Maqbara. Taj Mahal is also a tomb. You know Sikandra, also in Agra. That is Akbar's mausoleum. You know many more like Humayun's tomb in Delhi. In Gwalior, we have Muhammad Ghaus tomb. If you talk Mandu, one of the very important places in Madhya Pradesh, with the first marble mausoleum, that is Hussain Shah Mausoleum. You talk about the mosques, you know, the Jama Masjid of Delhi or Tajul Mosque of Bhopal. There are a number of other mosques very, very popular and people are interested to visit. Gurudwaras, you know, Golden Temple. I don't have to talk much about in Amritsar. So many Sikh temples, famous Gurudwaras are there, churches. You know, the Goa, which is World Heritage Site, Viharas related to the Buddhism tourism, monasteries again the same, Jain temple. I hope you heard maybe the name of Dilwara. So I can give you a number of names which you all have to remember for your future career, and because you have to prepare certain beautiful itineraries because of there is a big competition. Thousands of travel companies are working, thousands of hoteliers, airlines. They are also making their own itineraries. So if you have knowledge of tourist attraction, you can give many good suggestions for your friend, for your colleagues, for your neighbors, and then after future, when you are going to join your a job as a career, and even you can share your knowledge of your neighboring places which are unexplored. Now I'm coming to the third one, cultural attraction. India is rich for the name. Whether you talk dances, Indian classical dances, whether Kathak, Kathakali, Manipur, and Odissi, like these are the classical dances. You talk about the music, either in musical instruments. So you all understand number of personalities. They are Pandits, we call them. Whether Pandit Hari Prasad Chaurasia for the flute, you all know Pandit Ustad Amjad Ali Khan Sahab from Gwalior, known for the sarod instrument. There are n number of personalities. If you talk about fair and festivals, in the next month, November, we have a Pushkar fair. I hope you remember 2 months before was in Bhubaneswar, the Puri near to Rath Yatra. So there are n number of whether thousands of people, Indians are assembling, maybe in lakhs of Kumbh Melas, Mahakumbh Melas, and international people, media persons. They are taking pictures without taking breakfast and lunch because unka jo junoon hota hai to see, to take the best possible picture, to make the best possible documentary, and to highlight among the world people what India is. India is a country of culture. India is a country of tradition. So you see cuisines, because from north to south, east to west, we have 28 states and 8 union territories. Every area we have local food. So it is cuisines. And I already mentioned about this Puri Rath Yatra and many more activities. One of them I mentioned like Tansin Music Festival, because he was very important personality during the time of Raja Mansingh Tomar of Gwalior, who was a founder of Indian classical music, classical singing, Gwaliori Dhrupad. Even Tansin was also one of the important personality for singing. So we have a tomb in Gwalior. So you can understand, these are all the part of attraction, and we want to keep this separately in attraction. But yes, if tourists want, they can enjoy the shopping. That means the handicraft. So India is known as India as a shopper's paradise. You visit any of the area, the local attraction, whether you talk shawls, embroidery work, if you start from Kashmir, you talk about the carpet, if you talk about Jardoji work, you talk about the metal work, glassware work. India is very rich. You come to the central India or Rajasthan area where the marble, because Agra is offered for Taj Mahal. Many small souvenirs like marble, many small souvenirs means the number of people that have a art of making paintings and maybe on paper, maybe on glass, on stone, many more. Now I'm coming about an important part. Here you have to understand many of the foreigners, they come to enjoy beautiful palace hotels. Because in India we have many categories of hotel. Majorly I try to speak three. The one is star classified hotel. Today I'm not talking and going into it because you know very well. It is start from star 1, star 2, star 3, star 4, star 5. And we do not have 6 star. We have, yes, 5-star deluxe hotel. But we are not talking 6, 7, 8-star hotel. Please remember, in whole country India. The second category, which is very, very important, and this is only in India. Nowhere in the world, that is a heritage hotel. So, you know, if we talk about the Taj Mahal Palace, I hope you saw in many movies or in pictures, it is just opposite to the Gateway of India in Mumbai, Rambagh Palace, the one of the very big name in heritage grand category, which is a private property of Maharaja of Jaipur, Umaid Bhawan Palace. I can just show you the scroll. This is the Umaid Bhawan Palace, which is again a private property of Maharaja of Jodhpur. Present Maharaja is Gaj Singh. So these are certain names, you know, Lake Palace Hotel. This is the Lake, sorry. The Lake Palace Hotel is also by, there I'm showing the cursor. And these are some of the names. So people are coming to India, even they want to stay more than 1 to 2 nights. And hotel itself is a complete destination because you have many activities to do within the hotel area, and they are going to stay, 1 to 2 nights because they want to enjoy the swimming pool, they want to go for fitness center, they want to go to spa treatment center, classes of yoga, meditation also, shopping shops are also there, and number of, you ask, they are providing your choice of your meal, a la carte. What do you want? Many Indian traditional food of various other areas, even they are ready to prepare, even you can see the open kitchen and preparation method. Now I want to come the responsible organizations, those who are promoting India. There is a big role of International Tourism Organization. If I start National Tourism Organization, one of them is IATA. Here I want to aid you for 2 minutes. I hope you all remember the world faces World War I and World War II. It is good that till so far not any World War III. Please understand. So World War II duration was between 1913 to 1919. Very unfortunate, after 20 years, 1939 to 1945 was a period of World War II. And please understand, every country, each country, I have to say, of the world, they involved into 2 except the one, that was Switzerland. And when it was over by 1945, then please understand that each other relation was entirely break up between the 2 countries or among the country. So it is surprise that few countries start talking. This is, we have to establish one organization who can start the good harmony among the country, so we can start the air transportation, because there is a travel is required, because there is a export and import of various goods are required. So please remember, 1945 was a birth year of IATA, International Air Transport Association. So entire world divided into 3 categories. That is TC1, TC2, TC3, that's it. So when you are going to study the subject called geography, or in future semesters, airfare and ticketing, you can better understand the importance of IATA, because IATA is the organization who gave the, the system, international border, the system of passport, visa, health certification, currency regulation. Everything is done by the IATA. IATA is the organization who gives the country code, like India, IND. For example, USA, United States of America. These 3-letter code of the country. Then after city code, for example, I'm in Gwalior, GWL, Indore, IDR, Delhi, DER, etc. So these city codes also prepared, given by the IATA, and currency codes also, like Indian rupees, INR. USD, United States of Dollar, GBP, Great British Pound. These are a few examples for you. So IATA is very important, and we are very strong member of IATA. That's why we have international airport, domestic airport, and we are able to provide the air taxi services throughout the country, India. Another important organization also helping supporting for development of civil aviation, that is ICAO, International Civil Aviation Organization. Now, today is the 24th. You all know 27th very soon is coming. One of the very big, the important festival of tourism, that is World Tourism Day. I hope you all know the theme. Tourism and rural development is the theme. That is every year given by UNWTO, United Nations World Tourism Organization. So this is the topmost body in international organization who is collecting the data of every country, and they are giving you in detailed data and where we are. So strongly, and I'm very proudly I can say now India's position is going stronger and stronger every year. Once I remember the India's position was 53 and 54. Then after we reached in foreign tourist arrival, FTA, foreign tourist arrival. Then after it reached to 32, now we are on the position of 24th or 25th position. So please understand, we are gradually, that is why in country India, the importance of tourism education is increased. More than 100 institutions are now offering certification program, diploma programs, graduation programs, post-graduation program, you know, MPhil, UGC NET, doctorate in tourism. So now India know the importance of tourism and tourism education. Another important organization you are reading, World Travel and Tourism Council of India. That is next after PATA, Pacific Asia Travel Association. Maybe in future I will talk more in detail. Now you understand the domestic organizations, because they are again very important. Now, because government is only responsible for preparation of policy, tourism policy. You can say national tourism policy. Like nowadays in India, we have national education policy is one of the top news. And you have to understand in tourism also national tourism policy prepared once again by Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, number of times certain guidelines and etc. And they are responsible for development of infrastructure. They are responsible for promotion, publicity, marketing of tourism destination, and government is responsible for safety and security. This is in general, but remaining, who is handling the business of tourism? Whether you talk travel by air, that is private airlines. Then after they are traveling by the surface, that is again the private transportation. Trains, very shortly, you know, privatization is going, or otherwise joint venture. But here I want to talk to you. These are all the organizations. Every organization has thousands of members, and I can say proudly they are providing very high standard services in India. Whether you talk a driver, the uniform of driver, we have English speaking driver, whether we have English speaking guides, not only English speaking, they speak very good foreign language, whether you talk Japanese, German, Russian, you talk any language of the world. And these are the travel agents. They are responsible for selection of a hotel, selection of the airlines, selection of surface transport, selection of cruise companies, or maybe cruises. Then after further, even they are taking care of high precaution, because these people are foreigners, and the food services. So restaurant also maintaining the standard, because there is a big role of these organizations. That is a faith. Please remember, Federation of Association of Indian Tourism and Hospitality, TAI, established the oldest organization in India. 1951 was the year in Mumbai. The headquarters, TAFI, Travel Agents Federation of India, ADTOI, Association of Domestic Tour Operators of India, IATO, established in 1981 in New Delhi, Indian Association of Tour Operator, ATTOI, Association of Tourism and Trade Organization of India. And this is the last one. You are like watching a new organization, OTOAI, Outbound Tour Operator Association of India, ITTA. You are watching Enterprising Travel Agent Association. There are other names, Inbound Tour Operator, Adventure Tour Operator. And in the 2010, when Commonwealth Games was established, at that time, this is a Tourist Transport Operators of India. Now, here is a figure I want to give you, Indian tourism at a glance. You see remember the word FTA. We understand we are too early to try to teach you all these, but I want to give you a confidence level that you have chosen a right field to enter into the tourism industry, as I am. And very happy. I'm now 48. I have no hesitation to talk proudly. 28 years completed. Please understand, tourism is altogether very different in India. Please, you have to study a lot. You have to understand a lot your country, because don't mind, you know nothing about your country, India. So when you are as a travel agent, you are as a any category of travel agencies, or maybe the staff, if you have a knowledge of country India, you can prepare new itineraries, you can prepare even your own websites, you can prepare the new itineraries, you can suggest many more attractions in India. So please understand, What is the figure? Every year foreign tourist arrival is increasing. This is the figure of million. I hope everyone knows 1 million means 10 lakhs. So 10.8, that means 11, nearly 11 million foreign tourist arrival was last year. In 2000, I mean, this is 2019 figure. I'm sorry, because of COVID-19, not only India, entire world, everyone are facing. Otherwise, even this year was expected to increase because there is a percentage of increase is also there, approximate 6. Now you see, this is another one. This is a international tourism. So here it is inbound. FTA means foreign tourists, those who are not citizen of India. They are foreign passport holders. And government of India, through their embassies, they are giving the visa, Indian visa basically. Because in India, when foreigners are coming, they are allowed to stay for 6 months or 180 days one time. Now this is another one, outbound. Please understand, many Indians, our present Prime Minister is also saying, first you see country India, because many Indians, they did not saw the, south or northeast, but they are planning to go to Singapore, they want to go to Dubai, they want to go to Sri Lanka, etc., etc. And this figure is now to 26. But small, again, I want to add 1 more minute. But any of these countries, if you talk, maybe the China or Sri Lanka, Bhutan, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, or you go further, Dubai, UAE, Uzbekistan, Singapore, Bangkok, these are not more than a 5 days destination, because I have been to many countries, and then after you start again remembering your country to back. Now here I want to compare the foreigners, those who are coming to India, their average stay is between 16 to 18 nights. Please understand how much they are spending for accommodation, for the food, for local transport, for guide services, and they are helping out for many artisans, means when they are purchasing handicraft. So each foreign tourist contribution is big in comparison. But here our government of India is also keen, if we can reduce, if we can motivate the people, first you see your own country. कृपया अपने भारत का दर्शन कीजिए पहले. Now domestic tourists, this is the important to understand, because you all remember that the world faces big problem when in 2001 the terrorist attack in USA, Twin Towers, you all know, and immediately there was a downfall of foreign tourists. Then after, entire industry surprise, because hotels empty, no airlines, any passenger, trains and also empty. Then after was a time when domestic tourism business start. And what is the figure? We crossed 1,500 million people are traveling, and this figure includes the students tour from the schools and colleges, maybe the honeymoon couple tours, you understand, the middle-aged people, various clubs, those who are working, they are also organizing certain tours within the country India. And nowadays a new trend increase, that is senior citizens after retirement, and they have their own groups, husband and wives, because their children are quite mature, they are well settled, now they are going for holidays. So there are n number of companies like Vienna World, Bhagyasri Tours from Mumbai, from Pune, and many more places. They are organizing many tours, many adventure tours also. This is something FEE, foreign exchange earning from the tourism. So this is something, figure the data, because time is limited. So I'm going for the next slides. So please see the share from where we are getting the maximum number of foreign tourists. So you see the first country is USA, United States of America. Second is UK, United Kingdom, you call it England, London is the capital. Then after third, you may surprise, that is Bangladesh, yes. And they are coming with the proper passport and the visa. Sri Lanka, Canada, France, Germany, Australia, Malaysia, Japan, and many more countries. So this is a chart showing the top 10 sources. You can decide on the basis of this, other than English, which language is appropriate for you to learn as an international language. Because we have also in graduate as a subject, but being featured as a language interpreter, this is one of the possibility to start a career. Now here, just want to remind you, what is the theme of current year? World Tourism Day is coming. Please remember 27th of September. There are a few dates which you all have to remember. 18th of April, that is the World Heritage Day. 5th of June, I hope everyone knows, World Environment Day. 21st of June, International Yoga Day. I can give you many days like these. You have to prepare in your mind. Now you have to sharp your memory. So the theme of current year is tourism and rural development. My senior, Dr. Sanjeev Kulse sir, I think he already delivered few words and session on already this. Now I'm very close to my session. I understand you are not happy if I continue longer. I'm watching some of them. They are not happy. Their faces expressions are not proper. So I'm going to close my session shortly. So please bear with us for a few more minutes. Career opportunities. This is more important because why you join IITTM? Because some dreams are with you. You wanted good job with a high salary. So you can also enjoy your lifestyle. You can also enjoy the luxuries. So you can choose any of these fields. Gradually, you have to develop the knowledge. You have to prepare certain good notes also. You have to develop good communication skills. You have to develop good confidence level. Because tourism industry required two important one. If they are not expecting, oh, if you are a very white skin or fair complexion, you are the most suitable. It is not. Whatever the height, it is by nature. Whatever your height, whatever your color, whatever your weight. Important is that how you good are with your tongue. आप कितना अच्छा बोलते हैं, how sweet you speak, how polite, gentle, softly, that matters. And the companies, those who are coming to us, whether it is a campus placement or off-campus placement, they are watching you as a personality, what you are liking, the way you are dressing. And number second, your face, it reflects what you are thinking. And the third one, your tongue, what you are thinking, you are expressing with the words. So selection of words are very, very important. I'm telling you throughout the life, whether you are interacting in your family, your father, your mother, your elder brother, younger brother, sisters, you have to change from today because tourism industry requires very soft spoken people. Once again, so you are the most suitable one. You can choose any of these. Number of film city means we have also, Ramoji Film City, I hope you heard, near Hyderabad. And they are also hiring regularly. They spend from us. There are n number of names: IRCTC, Indian Railway Catering Tourism Corporation, because the luxury train, you all know, Maharaja Express, run by the IRCTC, Bamar Lorry, this is a Ministry of Petroleum. You can search, n number of jobs are available. Those who are tourism graduates or postgraduates, various state tourism board, state tourism development corporations, even airlines. Do not think only international airlines or domestic. There are many airlines, those who are providing Char Dham Yatras or 12 Jyotirlingas. Even we have number of time election. I hope you saw many small charter planes. So there are big number of airline companies, those who are providing from 2-seater up to the 16 or 18-seater, the aircrafts in India. There are a number of adventure tour companies, those who are enthusiastic to go, they can go into that one also. We have also the new line, which is MICE, Meetings, Incentives, Conference, Exhibition. Goa is the #1 destination, and you can get number of good jobs also. We have foreign exchange, number of opportunities are there. Wedding planner, once again, you have to groom yourself. How good you can change within 2 years of time during your MBA and your 3 years of your BBA degree. We are not saying any dream. We are talking the facts. Because our past alumni, they always remember, even 1 or 2 days before, I got number of calls from my friend when they knew, oh, you have a new session started. They start saying, greetings, congratulations, sir, you groomed us. We are your student. I am working as a general manager. Another says I am working as a director, etc., etc. Many of them are selected in Ministry of Tourism as Tourist Information Officer, as Assistant Director, and they are working very well, very happy. So you see some of the important tour companies like TUI, LPTI, Love Passage to India. Even we have hotel chains like Radisson, Bamar Lorry, I already mentioned to you, ICAI. Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. There are a number of companies like ICPB for conventions, India Convention Promotion Bureau, again under the Ministry of Tourism. There are a number of cargo companies that like Gesture you are watching. Now, a few more companies you can read. So there is opportunity to go in many fields, because I have to handle some question answer also, Kesari tour for the domestic tour operators, number of tourism boards also, Royal Caribbean, I already mentioned to you, Sita, Bonton, Miles, Brahmaputra in Northeast. There are Swasti from the Odisha, this is a Janith in hospitality named. There are a number of companies, they are all coming to us regularly. If you say IITTM, you can find a very good respect and image also. So these are other names of the companies. They are in many fields, whether you talk leading travel agencies, tour operators, cargo agents, logistics companies, aviation companies, hotel sectors, wedding planner, and then after you see foreign exchange, event management companies. So these are all the private sector. Then we have public sector. I mentioned you like IRCTC, State Tourism Development Corporation, Tourism Board, Balmer Lorry, ITDC, etc. If you want to go into the government jobs, India Tourism Offices, or you want to come into the teaching line. I hope you all know in the class of 11th and 12th, tourism as a subject is also introduced by CBSE board, Central Board of Secondary Education. So now students start opting the specialization in tourism. Like number of schools also, they invited me. So you have also opportunity to become a teacher in the schools. You may be faculty in institution like IITTM, or maybe the colleges or the universities. So it depends upon you which field you like. But this time you have to listen carefully. You have to decide your own self. Then only you can plan for the future career. But it is true, tourism industry is very big, very wide. So many opportunities are there. But important is that you have to keep your strong vision, strong mission. Then definitely you will be saying thank you to IITTM. But today I am saying thank you to you for listening and watching me. So I think this is the time for question answer. I have to check WhatsApp. There is a chat. My dear, one question from Karthik Ramani, sir, what all airlines companies come to IITTM? My dear, very clear, I want to say, we are contacting in a year 1,000 to 1,500, and they may be the airlines, they may be the cruise companies, they may be the train like IRCTC or many more field. Depend upon where the vacancies are available, who is coming the first, and we immediately start inviting. So I'm not saying particular name here. Depend upon you and depend upon the available vacancies, because no, nowadays pandemic. So the problem is there. Why Indian tourism market is not for the premium tourists, my dear? This is wrong. Because I'm into this industry from last so many years. You have no idea about it. We have high-end customers. They are millionaires, billionaires in their own country, and they are not asking what is the price of the tour, and they are traveling as a FIT. That means they want in a couple or single traveler, or maybe with the family. They are taking charter planes. They are not sharing. They are not traveling with the public transport, public air transport, which is a normal Boeing or Airbuses. I am saying they are taking their own air charter services. They are staying in a top luxury hotel. I can share you, in India, you will not believe me today. I know that what I'm saying. In India, will you believe one night tariff of a hotel room? I cannot ask you right now. It is more than of 45 lakhs. You will not believe me. That is a hotel in Jaipur. I can share you in future when you will come live to me. And you have to search otherwise. So please understand, India is not a cheap destination. India is a luxurious destination. But India is a country developing, so we handle all category. Whether you top luxury segment, that is A category, the middle age, middle class, that is category B, and we have also category C. You can get accommodation of 200 rooms, 200 rupees for a night. Yes, foreigners also like to stay in youth hostel. They are also staying in bed and breakfast scheme. But please understand, other side, foreigners, they are also those who are very rich. They are staying in the Taj Palace. In the past, we conducted a fam trip for our students. When IITTM was conducting regularly for Goa and Mumbai tour, I was with them. And when we interacted a CDN manager, she says we have clients staying more than 30 nights, because you know Mumbai is a business capital, and there are top rich people are coming and they are staying in hotel. They don't mind paying what amount hotel is charging. Even they are not negotiating. So please understand my answer. So I have to go more. I think no other questions. Why Indian tourism market is not for the premium? I already answered. Job profiles. Job profile, every company give their own, whether management trainee, etc., or maybe as a trainee executives. Then after, when you are completing your induction period of six months, then after they will give you confirmed position, they will give you full payroll salary also. Cruises, you are not going on board, you are going for sales and marketing division initially, if they find you most suitable one, because you are pursuing a master's in tourism. Say for example, someone is asking why and how these MBA tourism are getting jobs in the hotel sector. Please understand, hotel has many departments, and we are not sending you either BBA student or MBA to work in the kitchen, or to go into the restaurant, or to work in the coffee shop, or to work in the bar. Please understand, these are not department of your departments are front office, FO, back office, customer care, sales division, travel desk. Please understand, there is a department of MICE because I already mentioned you, hotel is a complete destination. So every hotel, they have conference room. They have also activities of family functions. For example, kitty parties, birthday parties, engagement parties. Because hotels are not only depend on the room business only. They are not depend only on catering services. Because conference convention is another big source of revenue. And our MBA students are working in these departments. Even those who are with the background of accounts, even they are heading the accounts also, even Taj, because we got 3 big hotel chains for the campus placement, Taj, Oberoi, Radisson. I'm mentioning you clearly, these 3 names, these 3 brands. When you will come to us, we already display in our lobby also the names. I think my 5 question answers are over.
Yes, sir, please.
Please do not ask my name or my email ID because I'm a permanent teacher here. I'm always available. We are not specifically talking and working for IITTM Gwalior. We are the teacher working for IITTM student. Once again, thank you very much. I think it's a time very enough and a few question answer already settled. We are not ending the session today. Ours is a beginning. So we all are available always for you. Thank you very much again. I wish you a bright future in travel tourism hospitality industry. Over to Dr. Ranu Chauhan, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. The session was very practical. And I'm believing it to be a very helpful session for the ones who are entering tourism, who do not have background of tourism. It was a very informative session for the students. Thank you so much, sir. We can sign off now. Students, thank you so much for the day. Let's meet tomorrow again with some more sessions. Please, sir. Thank you, sir.
Namaskar to all of you. भारतीय परंपरा में नमस्कार कहना चाहिए. Namaste और namaskar to everyone.